Hey, I'm Chris with Ride Productions, and today we're talking about the Fattie tool roll by Mosko Moto. So today we're talking a little bit about tool roll. So the tool roll I normally carry with me is this Road Tech kit by Cruise Tools. And this is actually a pretty good kit. It's got most everything I need, but the one problem I have is there's a bunch of other extra stuff that I tend to want to carry with me on the bike. So I've got tire irons, a valve core remover, some extra pliers, a little bit of duct tape, some WD-40, some vice grips, some valve cores, and then tire patches and rubber cement to be able to patch the tube if I have a flat. I also carry a plug kit on the bike as well. One of the challenges I have though is my tool roll doesn't really have room for a lot of this extra stuff that I like to carry with me. So if we go ahead and take a look inside this toolkit, you can see it's fairly well laid out actually, and Cruise Tools actually makes some pretty nice toolkits. So I've got my little sockets, and I've got my Allen wrenches and my Torx and a screwdriver and then some various wrenches, but there just isn't room for this other extra stuff. And that's kind of where the Fattie from Mosko comes in. So this is a pretty sweet tool roll that they make. Let me show you kind of what this looks like on the inside. So it's pretty straightforward. You basically, if you purchase it, you get this tool roll and then you get this waterproof cover for it. Now this isn't a like complete roll top closure, so you're not gonna be able to toss it in a stream or a lake or something, but generally speaking, if it's strapped to your bike or in a pannier or something, it's gonna be completely waterproof for you. So that's pretty sweet. So what happens here is when this tool roll is unrolled, you actually just open this up and you slide your tool roll in and then roll it up, and then basically that helps protect it. Now this also doubles as a great work surface for you. If you have to do some roadside maintenance, this makes a great place to be able to lay your tools out, and any nuts or bolts or fasteners that you remove from your bike, then you can kind of set here rather than having to set them in the dirt or sand or whatever. Now the actual tool roll itself is pretty well designed. I'm really impressed with the Mosko stuff. So there's a little bit of Velcro closure here that releases it, and then the tool roll just opens up. And so what you've got is over here on the side, you've got a clear plastic pouch that has a bunch of conversions and a ruler. You've got two kind of expanding, a little bit larger pockets that are a nice blue on the inside so you can see what's in them. So this is a great place for loose items like my duct tape or potentially the patches or the tire cement. And then over here, you've got some elastic to kind of hold down your standard tools. And then also on the back, you've got a nice mesh pocket. What we're gonna go ahead and do next is just get all of my tools transferred over into the Mosko to kind of show you how well the organization works on the Mosko piece. All right, so we've got everything transferred into our Fattie, which obviously you can see is a little bit bigger, especially when it's in the waterproof case here. There's some extra bulk that you're seeing just because of the case. So let's go ahead and show you kind of what it looks like now that I've got everything transferred into here, and show you what I did with everything. So the strap is just transferred over from the other case. So we'll go ahead and open that up. And you can just pull this out if you're gonna go ahead and not use the case. So if we go ahead and roll this out, open it up, and we can pull out our tool roll. Okay, and so basically here's the tool roll. So one of the things that I really like is on the back here, they've actually got a nice space for tire irons. So I've got two in here. There's actually a spot for a third one, which is pretty nice. And then the actual tool roll itself. So I didn't end up putting anything in this clear pouch. So this is the actual tool roll then. So we open this up. So I went ahead and put my valve core remover and my tire patch stuff and valve cores in here. I think this is a great place for it. And then I've got all my tools kind of tucked in here. And then obviously these two pockets work great. So in this one, I've got my large vice grips, and this is like a full-size set of vice grips. So these are pretty big. And then in here, I've got basically all of my Allens and hex keys and my sockets. And then over in here, I've got the WD-40, some other little lubricants I carry, some electrical tape, a whole bunch of zip ties, and the duct tape and the cement. And then obviously my different tools are kind of strapped in here in different arrangements. So my wrenches, all the different pliers that you saw, you know, flashlight, everything's kind of tucked in here. So it's pretty impressive the amount of stuff that you can fit into this Fattie. Now it is a little bit bigger than the tool roll you saw before, but I do have all the other stuff that's kind of rattling around in my side case. So I really like this Fattie tool roll. I think it's great. The fact that I can kind of put everything into one place, even if it is a little bit larger. For me, I'd rather carry more tools than less because you just never know what you're gonna need on the side of the road. I feel like I've got a pretty good set to handle just about everything that I would need to do on the side of the road. So I hope you found this video helpful. Please feel free to like, subscribe below, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.